In this scenario, they have no interest. None whatsoever. How long before the Kyle Rittenhouse situation, that night, did it come out that he was a white supremacist or tied to militia? Right now, they have the police scanner audio.
Yeah.
They've caught the guy. They have his criminal record, and we don't know if he or she or Z in there could have been aggravated. In fact, because it was not a gay pride parade, and that's going to force us to take a good, long, hard look at ourselves. Back to you, Anderson. So yesterday, you all know that a car plowed through a Christmas parade in Wisconsin.
Oh, it wasn't a gay pride parade, so no one will care.
Right, exactly. No one will.
The media said an accident.
Yes, an accident.
Yeah,
when you drive at
Well,
people.
we have some more info here on the suspect today, and there was a lot of misinformation on both sides going out yesterday. I would say 95% confident in what we've confirmed, so I want to make sure that we have it accurate for you. At least at this point, at the point of broadcasting, 5 killed, over 40 injured. I'm not going to show you the video. I don't want to show you the video.
No.
The video is very suspicious because he does swerve to avoid some people, then deliberately hits other people. The first story we were given was, it was another event that had taken place, a stabbing or some kind of violent crime, and then he was fleeing, and that was it. That was all we heard. Well, that's obviously not true. This wasn't the route he would have had to take to flee, and he was proactively seeking out people to kill. If you watch the video, which, look, take my word for it, I don't encourage you to watch the video. It absolutely is. This is just heartbreaking. I get a pit in my stomach even thinking about it. Kids were, as far as we know, could have been killed. But here's the thing.
But why is that? I don't mean to cut you off, Mr. But why is there a defense to it right away? Why would you jump to defending look, guys, he was just fleeing a stabbing. It wasn't on purpose.
Yeah. Well,
There's nothing to defend.
You haven't heard of a good old knife fight?
Come on.
Mackay Bryant, that's what they do. And by they, I mean the kids.
Yes.
The kids, it's all TikTok and knife fighting these days.
But so what? So he stabbed somebody and was trying to get away and was driving it at
He's
people.
an influencer.
Yeah, I mean,
Really?
for crying out loud. What are you doing? How about you do your part and open up the door to your Neiman Marcus for those in need?
Yeah. Well, Dave, you know exactly what they're doing.
Yeah.
They're providing cover.
Right. Of course.
Or at least they're praying and hoping, oh, please, God, don't let this be in relation to the Rittenhouse verdict.
But when is the media going to start getting charged for the stuff that they've caused for the last 2 years?
Oh, no.
Yeah, it would be never.
Never.
Well, they should be, because there's a difference between freedom of speech and inciting complete crime and violence.
Wait. You say inciting is bad. I thought they knew that.
Yeah.
But they've done it.
They want to claim that we're inciting violence by
That's
saying
their
don't
job.
allow yourself to be a victim, whereas they go out and say, white supremacy, folks, the Kyle Rittenhouse jury shows you that white people can kill anybody in America. What if he was black? We're going to get to that in a second. Also, we have an example right here of how the media treated it very differently. So it just said person. Actually, at the time of this broadcast, or at least when I started this show, CNN still doesn't have a description of the suspect. They did not, as of 10:30 Eastern, a.m. on Monday. So either they're not doing their job, they're really bad at their job, or they're lying. At what point do they cease to be useful? At what point do we realize that they are not news organizations?
20 years ago?
Yeah, you would think so. One of the last time Ted Turner rode out in a steer. Here's the police scanner that reported the suspect. This happened. You would think they'd have access to it, considering that we did.
Well, it was a Jarrell Brooks. That rings for anything.
Ruling A-firm, I ran that subject. Moss found his ID in the car. He is suspended. Looks like he's at at least $199 on the system.
Okay, that's who he's identifying himself as. Lighter skin, black male, dreadlocks, red shirt, blue, no shoes.
Now, I guess what Cena would have preferred the description be, he's
with the hair.
Just grab a dog whistle. So this didn't stop leftists and media right away from jumping on to white supremacy Kyle Rittenhouse narrative. So journalist Chris Wiggins, who is not from a Dickens novel, tweeted, "It's okay. The driver in Waukesha was afraid for his life and defending himself from the unarmed holiday crowd. That's Wisconsin law now." Actor...
Oh, that's awesome to say.
Yeah, actor Angela Belcamino said the driver from the incident in Waukesha will claim self-defense. It's just the new normal. Writer Janice Hoff, have we learned what color the driver was so right-wing media can decide if running people over at Christmas parade was terrorism, mental illness, or someone acting in perceived self-defense? Okay, look. Do you not understand? We cannot find common ground if you don't realize the difference between Kyle Rittenhouse, cleaning up graffiti, providing medical care,
And the
and
streets.
then being chased down by pedophiles, girlfriend beaters. I can't say wife beater because they don't put a ring on it. And serial criminals only shooting people who violently attacked him or tried to kill him, and somebody who deliberately plows through innocent women and children at a parade. Do we honestly want to act as though if you act like the only differentiator is race, you're a racist? And this is the prime. Look, let me put a fine point on this. The biggest problem that we have today, the biggest problem that we have with our media, is that it is intensely racist.
Absolutely.
Yes.
They are intensely racist. I do mean anti-white as a general rule. And I'm not someone who goes around and says, I'm proud to be white, because I didn't do anything to be white. I'm not proud of my skin color. I'm not ashamed of my skin color. It's sort of a neutral, it's not a character point. They definitely have a bias against white people, and more importantly, they see everything through the prism of race. If the only difference you see between a Kyle Rittenhouse and this is race, you are a racist, and everyone in mainstream media, this is how they replied, with the exception of Fox News and a few places like that. Yeah. How did they all get it wrong? How does CNN not have it up now, at least 15 minutes ago? Darrell Brooks Jr. was released, just to be clear, this goes back to the looting problem, on a $1,000 bond 2 days ago for domestic abuse and bail jumping. He's also a registered sex offender. And just in case you won't see this on CNN, MSNBC, any of these places, believe your lying eyes and ears, here he is explaining the charges. By the way, like the wet bandits, incriminating himself on video.
And then as soon as we fall out, all of a sudden now I'm a pedophile. Let me explain that. 10 years ago, 2006, I caught a case with my oldest daughter's mama. Yes, my baby mama. She's from Oakland. I was busting moves in Nevada.
What does that mean?
I meet the bitch. She says she want to get down, so I'm pimping on the bitch.
It's a great hat.
Nevada. You know what I'm saying? I get cracked. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know the bitch was 16 at the time. She gave a statement to the police and told them, yeah, she was hoeing, that I was pimping, and that
winner,
she was 16,
man. What a winner.
That I didn't know that. Okay?
Monday motivation. I didn't know the bitch was 16.
Yeah.
Jeez. Guys,
Is that a legal defense?
I think so.
She was 15. I don't know.
What am I supposed to do? Card every bitch?
So, by the way, media hasn't done any digging. Now, people are wondering if there's a motivation here because it seems like a targeted attack.
Yeah.
His social media is full of pro-Black Lives Matter, which I define as a domestic terrorist group, and anti-Kyle Rittenhouse.
Can we at this point?
He tweeted a photo of a MAGA hat that said, wire Kanye's mouth shut again. All caps. I don't know if that's the name of an album.
It's too wordy.
Facebook, it read, religion is white supremacy.
Ah, that's good.
I mean, come on, for crying. They still don't have it up at CNN. Look, why is this story being buried? Look, right now they're talking about it. Right now, let's bring it up on CNN. Right now, let's see if they mention the guy.
Within at least 2 feet, I could have touched the car going by.
Was the guy white or black?
He threw his child out of the way.
I'm getting tired of this accent.
Natasha Chen joins us now from the scene in Waukesha.
Just a little bit.
Natasha, what
No
more
offense.
are we learning?
We go now live in Waukesha to the Avery family. Yeah?
It does take the seriousness out of it.
I don't know what happened there with Teresa Hallback at the parade.
But the police really wouldn't answer any questions about what role that person played or anything that person said to them when he or she was taken into custody.
Wait, he or she? He or she? Come on,
Really?
moderately
Wow.
Asian reporter Natasha Chen. Do you not know if it's a he or a she, or is this just your gender bending bullshit where you don't want to? Did you say he when you spoke with him? He was like, that's some bullshit. I am non-binary. What happened? He or she? Did you guys see
It's
this?
a girl.
Did everyone just see this in real time? They have a hit list here of information, and it doesn't include the guy.
Wow.
At all.
Not
At all.
At all.
We don't have any information. Could you imagine this reporting 15 years ago?
I know. Well, it probably did happen. We just weren't able to fact check it. That's the issue.
Yeah,
it
that's
forces us to question every single story that we thought we knew because they were doing the exact same thing. It's just now, look, you are able to watch them live and you're able to watch us. They have 3 people on CNN right now. Is it okay? By the way, you guys hit the like button if you want me to go to see. I want to see right now in real time. Give them a little bit of time to see if they do the right thing. Can we do this?
I think so.
Because they've got 3 people. Let's see. If a single one of them, again, we have his information. We know what crimes he's committed. We know when he got out on bail 2 days ago and for which crimes. His name is Darrell Brooks Jr. Let's see if anyone says it.
What compelled this person to drive their car at that rate?
This person.
A crowd of people, gathered to celebrate the holidays. It's just confounding. But we're not going to get an answer to that right away. Certainly,
You already
not
have it.
until law enforcement feels more comfortable
Like, it's
sharing some
unreal.
of those details. We've heard different reporting this morning that he may have been.
Well, I guess we'll never know what happened on that mysterious
Law enforcement has
Thanksgiving
not
Eve.
Corroborated that.
Yeah, we do have the guy in custody.
There is a person of interest. Do you mean when you reach through the driver's side window and pull him out?
Yeah, the guy.
Yeah.
Well, he's an
Just
interesting
call him
person.
that. He's not interesting at all.
It's not the Dos Equis prick.
Some of the folks
you
that
don't know what I
that
mean.
he passed, at least initially, which is not what you typically see when someone attacks a large crowd with a vehicle.
Unless he's aiming for specific
Andrew, there are
people.
hundreds
They
of
run a
maybe.
defense on him?
We'll see.
Again, he just defended him.
He just did.
He just defended him. Well, we don't know if one of, to be fair, Prosciutto, we don't know if one of those bitches owed him money. So we will wait for more information. She was 15. Yes, my point still stands. Bitch could have owed him money.
We did see some changes, right, after other incidents had happened where vehicles were used
Nothing.
as weapons. There's also, the fact that more people are
Do you
out there
need
for the
any
fact
more
that you're
proof that
holding
media is useless? I mean, we've already gone through comedy is useless because they want to be media, and media is useless because they're spineless pieces of garbage.
Well, they're hilarious.
Well, if you guys go back to the Trayvon Martin case, where not only did the president come out and say, if I had a son, he would look like Trayvon Martin, but I believe, was it NBC or ABC who played like an edited clip and made it a race thing by saying, oh, he's black. And it was like they left out the part right there where they said, is he white, Hispanic, black? And he was just responding, Zimmerman was just responding to the question.
And you know what? We can probably bring this up.
Oh, you mean the Mexican white supremacist?
Yeah. The Mexican white supremacist. Maybe the Mission Control can bring this up. I was doing an interview with Russia Today, and I was doing it from my parents' house at that point on Skype. And as they were interviewing me, I said, and let me guess, you're probably going to run that photo of a 14-year-old Trayvon Martin, and they didn't have time to change it. It was on as I was saying it, and I couldn't see anything.
But that's not really the argument people are bringing here. Just like you guys decided to show the picture of Trayvon Martin, I don't know why the picture is several years old, whereas the Zimmerman picture is only his mugshot. This man hasn't seen a trial. He's been convicted guilty by the American public. Spike Lee and Roseanne Barr publicly tweeting his address.
Right there.
This is not a man who people want to see brought
Right there
to
in the production studio, someone's going, fuck! I've always said there is no neutral media. No. Can you guys comment to those who are watching, of course, in archive? What purpose does media serve? Honestly, what purpose
Propaganda.
Especially a 24-hour news cycle. Look,
inciting riots?
It used to be if you had the news at 7 or whatever time they would have it. News at 11, whatever it is. News at 5, however often they would have it. I think 4 times a day is about what they would have it. 3 or 4. They used to recap it so you knew what was going on. The whole idea behind 24-hour news was it could actually be proactive if there's a chase going on, if there's a manhunt going on. In this scenario, they have no interest, none whatsoever. How long before the Kyle Rittenhouse situation, that night, did it come out that he was a white supremacist or tied to militia? Right now, they have the police scanner audio.
Yeah.
They've caught the guy. They have his criminal record, and we don't know if he or she or Z in there could have been aggravated. In fact, because it was not a gay pride parade, and that's going to force us to take a good, long, hard look at ourselves. Back to you, Anderson.
Yeah, they have eyewitnesses. They have videotape of all of this. They had people just on saying, I was within 2 feet. I could have reached out and grabbed the guy.
Yeah.
You couldn't give a description? I'm
He
not
or
saying,
she.
Listen, hold on. It doesn't matter if this guy was black or white unless it fits a narrative for them.
Right.
If it fits the narrative,
That's
what
what we're talking
guy
about.
that you have to be afraid of, which is what you're all being told right now. If it's a black guy, they don't want to offend anybody, and so they'll just cover that right up. Just
And
like
it wouldn't be so important if they didn't.
Yeah, the school shooter, absolutely, though. He's right. He's 100% right. They did that same thing.
By the way, we got this chat from Zach French. Please shout out that Waukesha Memorial Hospital has put out an urgent request for blood donations.
Absolutely.
And the city of Waukesha has also tweeted out about a community fund.
Yeah, great.
I'd give you my blood, but you'd die instantly.
Yes. Watch Louder with Crowder live, Monday through Thursday, 10 a.m. Eastern.